Well, look who came to see me while I was having a break. But Rocky, my good Rocky. Hey, you good boy. I gotta sit down, sweetheart. I do. Oh my gosh, Rocky. I'm very tired. And now I gotta do the job that I just did that wore me out again. So I gotta do the same thing that I just didn't want to do, that I didn't like doing, and that wore me all out. So I gotta sit down now and rest. I gotta do it again. But after that, it'll be done. And then we can safely ride in the truck. Yeah. Well, not really safely, but more safely than we were riding in it yesterday. But of that truck, I don't think there's any such thing as safety, really. I mean, we're not going to be safe in it, but we can be less unsafe. I guess that's the way to put it. Holy smokes. Half the body of that damn truck is made out of expanding foam and paint. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and then there's all the tire problems, and there's the rattles and bangs and squeaks and steering issues and engine transmission issues, computer issues. Yeah, it just goes on and on. But that is what happens when you get up to the mileage that truck has on it. You got to expect that when you get up to that kind of mileage anyway. In fact, once they hit 300,000 kilometers, that's when we always started looking for a new vehicle, because we knew the writing was on the wall. You didn't buy one at 300,000 kilometers. That's around the time that you'd scrap them, you know. Anyway, even so, Rocky and I are getting by. We're doing all right. Things aren't so bad that they couldn't be worse. That's for sure. I've got a little bit of work this week. I'll probably have some work on the weekend at the neighbor's place. Plus, I've got some work at another place there, probably this week. It's tentative right now, but probably this week. Hey, you. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to bop you in the nose, sweetheart. Scraping down some basement windows and painting them. So that'll be a day's work anyway for me. And that's supposed to be later this week, either tomorrow or Thursday. That we haven't come to a decision yet about it. Yeah, hey. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a beautiful boy. Anyway, that's what's going on. Got to take Rocky over and change his bandage this evening. My cat lady and her husband play bridge on Tuesdays, and so they're away all day today. So she's going to give me a call this evening when she's ready for us, and then I will go fetch Rocky and bring him over there, and we'll change his dressing. And then tomorrow's supposed to be the last day for him to have his dressing changed, unless the vet says otherwise. Who knows what the vet will say. So that's where we're at anyway. That's what we're doing. That's the plan. I got to get another one of those 16-inch tires from over there on my pallet. I'll take the best one of the two. I'll have to give them a good looking over. And I'll bring it up there, and then I'll change the tire. My gosh. Oh my gosh. And then I'll take the front tire that I'm taking off there now, the 17-inch tire, and I'll put it in the back because it's actually a good tire. It's the one that I already took off that's bad. But I'll take that one and I'll put it in the back as a spare, is what I'll do. Then I got to put everything back in the back of the truck. It's going to be a job, I'll tell you. But it has to be done. I'm just having a brief rest here now, and then I'm going to go at it. Yeah. Funny, I'll tell you a funny story. Well, I don't know if it's funny or not, but it's kind of maybe funny a little bit. Um, the woman that I had all the difficulty with 3 years ago, where there was a lot of drama and a lot of heartache and heartbreak and all the rest of it, and also money involved there. She borrowed money from me, and then that was a big runaround too. I kind of looked at it as a test, really, for both of us, because as a man, I think that it's my job to take care, of a woman. And as a woman, I figured it was her job to be trustworthy. So I thought this is a test for both of us to see how we do, Anyway, that didn't work out. That was a mistake. But it ended badly. She did get in touch with me last May. It freaked me out a little bit, actually. And she wanted to give me back my money, so she said, and she wanted to meet with me. Well, she knows she can leave the money in the mailbox here. She doesn't have to meet with me. And I thought this is going to be some sort of manipulation, and I don't want to go there again. And also the other thing was she filled her message to me with excuses. I had a mental health. I had health issues. I had a mental health breakdown and on like that. And this is why. But the thing is, this is just how she is, or at least how she's always been. Hopefully, she's changing. We all need to change things about ourselves, and none of us is exempt from that. But hopefully, she's changing for the better. I don't wish her any harm or anything. I don't wish her any bad luck. But I just didn't think it would be a good idea to meet with her anyway, because I didn't see that a whole lot had changed based upon her message. And also, even the fact that she wanted to meet with me when she knows she doesn't need to repay the money kind of made me wonder what was she working some angle or what, I didn't know. Anyway, I didn't want to go down that road again because it was really hard on me last time. So I thought best just sometimes to let things that have died stay dead, Anyway, I hadn't seen her face to face, which is surprising, really, because we're in a small town here. We're both still in the town. We passed each other in the car and whatnot. She's been driving her car. I've been in my truck. I've passed her. I've seen her, so I've seen her. She's seen me. When the first time she saw me in the truck, she cranked her head around, and I just saw all the strawberry blonde hair go, She's got a lot of hair. She does on her head, anyway. Anyway, she has nice hair. She actually has beautiful hair. But anyway, it's more hair than I do, that's for sure. But then a billiard ball has more hair than I do at this point. But anyway, saw all this beautiful strawberry blonde hair kind of fling around that way, She nearly broke her own neck turning her head to look. And so I know she knows I have the truck. Plus, one day, a few months ago, she ran a yield sign come right out in front of me, and I had to take to the oncoming lane to avoid clipping her. I don't know, she didn't yield. Basically, that's what it was. She failed to yield. So there was that. So I know she knows my truck anyway. Well, I was in Walmart, and I saw her walking toward me anyway. We just passed each other. We didn't say anything to each other. And she went down the pet food aisle. She likes animals. She generally has cats and dogs and whatnot, Anyway, I don't go through self-checkout. I just went for the regular checkout. She was in self-checkout when I was in the regular checkout. I go out to my truck. I get my groceries into my truck. And then I climb into my truck, and I see her pushing her cart up my way because she parked her car directly across from my truck. Well, like I say, I know she knows my truck. So anyway, I don't know why she parked there, but anyway, maybe she wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But anyway, it ended up, she got up there and she saw my truck stands out too because of that big gray space cap. It's a 1997, it's a big white 1997 Dodge Ram 1500 with this great big gray space cap on it. So it really stands out, you know. There isn't another one like it in town. There's 2 or 3 other late 90s Dodge Ram trucks, but none of them are white. And, well, one of them's green, and one of them's kind of a reddish color, a burgundy color, and so on. But, and none of them have a cap on them like that. So mine really does stand out around here. Anyway, she had parked across from me. She's pushing her cart up. She saw me getting into the truck, and she did a U-turn right around, and she went back the way she came. And she went around behind the cart corral. But of course, I could still see her, of course. But she went around behind the cart corral and she stopped. And I saw her, she was just like a frightened deer, you know, standing there staring at me, but not moving anyway. And not coming ahead up. I wouldn't have done anything. I wasn't going to do anything to her, you know. But anyway, this is what she did. So I started up the truck and I just drove out of there. That's how I noticed. I did turn my head and look when I drove out, and I saw she was coming up the back way behind the cars in the opposite row. Then and she got to her car that way. But kind of funny anyway. I seem to have a weird effect on women, that's for sure. But yeah, strange. Of course, I also noticed there's a lot of really weird women, so there is that too. Women are strange creatures. I don't care if people get mad at me or not. It's the truth. Anyway, yeah, so that was just kind of an interesting thing. I wondered how it would go if we met each other face to face in public, because I figured it was inevitable. Because it's not like we're living in Toronto or whatever, where you never see the same person twice. There's all kinds of people in this town that I know to see, but I have no idea who they are. But just because I keep crossing paths with the same individuals, I got now that I recognize them. You know, like, oh yeah, that single mother with the with the 2 bratty kids, or, you know, oh yeah, that's El Camino guy, you know, drives an old El Camino around town, or, you know, that sunglasses dude, you know, over there or whatever. Like, no idea who they are, but I just know them by their look, and I just kind of then categorize them by certain characteristics. And they probably do the same with me. They probably say, oh, there's that geek we see around. There's nerd guy over there, you know. Who knows? Maybe hat guy. There's Hat Man over there, you know. I could be a superhero, Hat Man, like Batman, but with a hat, you know. Anyway, it's just kind of funny, that's all. Kind of funny. Anyway, I've come to the conclusion I need to stay the hell away from women, that's all. Bad, it's just really bad. But anyway, as it stands, it answered my question about what would happen anyway if we ever did meet face to face again, which I was sure we would. I'm really surprised it hasn't happened before now. Like I say, we've met in the vehicles. We passed each other in the vehicles and stuff. That's happened quite a few times. But this was the first time we met each other actually in a common area where we were both on foot. So it was just interesting to see how we handled that anyway. Because I really didn't know. I wasn't sure how that would go. I think it went about as well as it could, you know. There were no weird scenes. Nobody died. Nobody got yelled at or killed or beaten up or arrested or whatever. So I guess it went okay. But that's about it anyway. This is 14 minutes in. I'm feeling a little stronger. I've been drinking my liquid sugar here. So I guess I'll go up and I'll do some tire changing. I gotta go get one of the tires from over there and bring it up. I'll probably be completely worn out again by the time I get up there with it. But it is what it is. That's life, hey? Oh, look at this cat. Look at him. Hey, you. And he's right in the middle of the path where I'm going to have to roll that tire through. Good, good. That'll make things more challenging. Love a good challenge, I do. Here we go now. Ah, my goodness. Anyway, I'll see which of these tires here is the best. Oh, holy smokes. There's no point putting that one on, I don't think. I don't think that one's going to hold air. But these two seem to. Oh, okay now. Well, you know what? I think this is the best one of the two. They're all weather checked and whatnot. There's none of them really good. But, yeah, light truck, 245, 75, 16. Alright. I think this is the one. Okay, guys, I'm going to shut this down now. We'll see y'all later. Up there he is. He's standing in the doorway now, meowing at me. Alright. Bye for now. There he is, isn't he? He's a very majestic looking creature, he is. King of the beast right there. Bye for now.